to the second TSB podcast, the Spin Block. Here we talk about everything in from the depths, basically. And with me, I have Mr. Seven Fleet and Logic Engineer. I was about to forget your name. Let's move you guys up. There we go. Now on the stream.
Hey,
All
no,
right.
there is a watching thing. It says 2 watching right now.
Oh, is there?
Oh, it does look like it appears. Actually, I wonder if those two are me and Seventh Fleet,
That
because we're not
might be
actually streaming.
that might be
That's,
true.
that's probably what it's doing.
That might actually be true.
So we just think we have viewers.
Yeah. We're paranoid. Yeah, it's two viewing. Lovely. And one liking. I'm going to like it as well. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Now we're just appearing on the stream.
Yes.
Okay. So let's begin with our game experiences this week. So, Seven Fleet, what have you been doing?
Pretty good. I've just been screwing around with the custom campaign, trying to get material for the new trailer.
Yeah, I heard you.
Not much else with that.
Yeah. I've started up a new campaign. The Deepwater Guard is definitely more formidable than it was in 1.5 with the new update. The custom campaign editor, I've been trying to learn it. It's very difficult. One of the forum users, Abye, has posted a very early version of the first faction of his custom campaign, so I've been trying to work with him to get a lot of the issues worked out.
Yeah.
Just kind of building random vehicles for other people's campaigns. Not much other than that.
Yeah. And I have been trying to make faction vehicles. I'm not very successful though. So, I mean, I only build flying vehicles, and there's really no need for flying vehicles in most of the factions at the moment, at least. So I've been trying to make a twin guard ship, but I can't make ship hulls.
I am also not good at ship hulls, and I try to stay away from ships because of just their general slowness. If I do make a ship, it generally has a lot of hydrofoils and a lot of jets on it.
Yeah, this was the hydrofoil. Yeah, I remember on the multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
Crazy fast.
Made the large hydrofoil walking stick type ship.
I need to try one of those. However, it seems that they're always at the middle of the night for me on a weekday, which doesn't work well.
Yeah, you have to place them like on the right spots. Otherwise, it doesn't really work. And then also, when you place your thrusters, they tend to screw.
I was talking about
stuff up.
the mass multiplayer things.
Oh, that one. Yeah. It kind of works. I mean, when Hitman was hosting it, it worked really well. But I think Antipodish has a quite slow internet speed, so then it lagged like hell.
Yeah, it entirely depends on who's hosting it.
Yeah, but Hitman, it was like playing single player. I didn't.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit worse for people across the ocean, but it's overall not terrible.
I mean, occasionally stuff like removing turrets screws your vehicle up entirely.
Yeah.
You will fly up in the air, or you will just sink all the way down to the bottom.
Yep.
That's kind of fun.
I believe Nick said that multiplayer is next to get a bit of love, and that's why it's disabled right now, so I can kind of work on it without having to actually worry about making it work and with bugs and such.
Something I really want to see in the future is co-op campaign.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'd like to play that.
To be able to start as one faction and have, say, one of your friends start as another faction across the map would be very enjoyable.
So, shall we move on to the first segment, community builds?
Why not?
Look at the crazy stuff that has been built this week, or this past 2 weeks, actually. I have to pause that. Doesn't go off. Okay. Links are in the podcast. I have them on the screen here for our lovely viewers. There we go. And to begin with, we have the Hypatos by Solarsphere. As you may know, Solarsphere is also a TSB cast member, but he couldn't be here today as it's very late in Australia. But maybe one day we can actually have him here. It's originally posted for the LH, Lightning Hoods. I like the look of it, and I actually downloaded this one and tested it. It's crazy. It's freaking insane. Nothing I have can actually defeat this one.
Yeah, I think the only thing I was able to throw at that was able to take it down was that insanely evil Raptor jet thing that I need to stick in the Steel Strider still. That has like 18 frag missiles with 2 frags on each missile. Yeah.
I mean, the thing about this thing is that the lasers are crazy strong on it. And it has a 360 view with the turrets.
Oh, the entire top and bottom is turret? Or those are turrets?
Yeah, it's a turret. It's a freaking large turret.
Very nice.
Yeah. And moving on.
The block count.
Yeah, it's really big. But it didn't actually get added in the game, I think.
It's under 4 evaluation, so
yeah, but some of the lore guys were a bit skeptical.
I think Solarsphere is it. Yeah, he is a lore keeper. So.
Yeah, but for which faction is he?
Lightning Hoods. LH lore keeper.
Oh. And the next vehicle we have is the Arbiter by Dreadthrone. Dreadthrone is a person who tends to come to our streams a lot in the sense of the segments. It looks a bit like a attack helicopter, something like it, without any
heli blades.
Yeah, without any actual heli blades.
Yeah,
looks like it has a lot of thrusters on it.
Yeah, but this is a basic design for him. I mean, they all kind of look similar.
Yeah.
Builds. But yeah, I like the look of it, and as before, it's a builder for
Great Talons.
Great Talons, yeah. He builds a lot of vehicles for the Great Talons.
Yeah. And
the next vehicle we have is also a vehicle by Dreadthrone called Hellspike. This one is interesting.
I do rather like the design of this one.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that one spaceship from Thor, the Dark Aster or whatever it was.
Yeah. I do, however, wonder how effective it is in combat. I mean, it looks like it has fairly good rotation on the end turrets there.
I believe it's the second image down. It does shoot what appear to be strictly large gauge, high explosive rounds.
Yeah.
They look like HEAP on this. They look kind of purplish, but it might just be red from the screen.
You may be right. The picture is not a fantastic picture.
Yeah. It's kind of low res.
It does.
Something I'm wondering about though. Does this really fit in the Great Talons, per se?
By the way, it looks like Triton's become a lore keeper of the Great Talons. I remember them talking about that on that one forum.
I mean, it does look nice, and it's rather interesting, but I'm not 100% certain that it fits the Grey
I
Talon.
mean, a lot of the Grey Talon ship look like actual planes.
Yeah.
This, I would not say this qualifies as a plane.
It looks kind of like a bug.
I mean, it looks like something that would be in space. It looks like a spaceship rather than an airplane.
Yeah.
This is the Star Wars ship that looks like this. Y-wing, I think.
What is that ship in the background in the first picture? Whatever it is looks quite nice from a distance.
Yeah, that
at
looks
least.
nice, but I couldn't really have it in the segment as it's too old.
Yeah.
But that looks really cool. And the next ship we have is by Longinus. It's the E900 Lancer. Looks like a long-range ship with a very large gun.
Very, very large. Holy crap.
I saw this as soon as he posted it, and that gun looks amazing.
Yeah. I would like to see how this actually performs in battle. I mean, that gun is capable of firing maybe 2-3 kilometers, if not more.
It probably caps out the time which the bullet despawns. That's probably its limiting factor.
He does have a large multi-tiered AA gun, or AA turret on the rear as well.
Yes.
That I like the design of.
Yeah. And overall, the ship design is really nice. I like the form of it. I'm not sure that he has used enough of the different slopes, but
Better than no slopes, like the one person who originally started doing that, whose name ends with Mango.
Yeah. That Mango. And the next one we have is by Metaxas, and it's called Gotha Mark IIB.
This is that Steel Striders bomber, right? Ooh, we got a facelift.
This.
Is it from Deepwater
No, this was
Guard?
the Deepwater Guard.
What did I say? I meant Deepwater Guard. What did I say it was?
You said Steel Striders.
Oh, I meant Deepwater Guard. Yeah, this is not Steel Striders.
Yeah, I mean the original Gotha was the very large purple WAG machine.
I think it got removed actually.
From the campaign, I don't know if it's still in the game as far as whether you can spawn it in. I know there are a few vehicles that have stayed in the game but have been removed from the campaign itself.
Yeah, I think it's the campaign.
Valiant.
Yeah, the Valiant. Oh my god.
That lag monster of ineffectiveness.
It
does like the damage of 2 Vanguards is 18k blocks.
I should upgrade that ship. Seriously.
Yeah, I think it's kind of so far gone to the point where we're kind of just probably going to end up completely removing it because we have a lot of new ones instead. But someone refits it and it looks really good.
Nice ships here now.
Yeah.
Like the Noria.
The Nord.
Yeah.
How it's pronounced.
The
new class.
But yeah, I like this plane.
Me too. It looks much less laggy than the other one.
Yeah, and the paint job is lovely.
It's a little bit smaller. It's definitely been optimized for Deepwater Guard. I like
and also the form of it.
Yeah, I like the props in the front and back. Look pretty good.
Yeah.
That other gun looks quite nice. I wonder if it does much. Yeah, the comparison shot between the old and new Gotha. The old one, ooh.
And the next one we have is Haast's Eagle by Slim Pickens. Now, the interesting thing about this one is that the turrets, they're built facing upwards.
Are they? They're all facing upwards.
That looks like a flying AA craft, basically.
Yeah. And it actually works pretty well, amazingly enough. But all in all, the whole design of it, I really like it. Especially the small heli blades.
I like the various circles built into the wings.
Yeah, exactly.
But, that's very nice looking.
It's a nice design, this.
With all those wings and heliblades, though, I can't imagine it runs very fast. Yeah,
No, I don't
yeah,
think so. But, I mean, take a look at the custom jet. It has insanely long custom jets.
Oh yeah.
Problem with custom jets is though, if you get one piece knocked out, there goes like half your thrust, which is
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true. Then we
Yeah.
have Tiger Destroyer by Blake 795.
that is an interesting
I mean-
icon for the profile.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's really that effective, and it doesn't really look very nice either.
Aw.
But
It's kind of just a whole bunch of stuff mashed together.
Yeah.
the reason why I picked this thing is because he's new to the game, and he managed to actually put everything in the game on one ship.
He's got hydrofoils, drills, large custom cannons. He does have some offensive lasers, defensive lasers.
Missiles,
Antenna.
torpedoes, maybe.
The antenna, yep. Laser guided missiles,
And
jet
what's that
stabilizers.
A cannon just pointing upwards.
I saw that.
Is that even symmetrical? Like, is that meat on the other side? Because I don't see another barrel poking out. Actually,
That's a very strange design.
Yeah.
is
It's
these
like-
shields?
Does it have any rams on it? Oh, it does look like it has some rams underneath the on the front side of the bow.
It has everything.
It's like very chaotic, but yeah.
What
Does
is
it have
that
any
thing?
thrusters on it?
What is that thing
Oh, it does
behind
look
you?
like it
Well, and maybe it might. Maybe it has an ion thruster stuck somewhere. Because why not?
has.
And this next thing is actually rather embarrassing for me because I don't know who made it, and I can't remember where I found it. But
Oh yeah, it's just a link to the picture.
yeah, if you know, and if you're watching this podcast right now, just tell us.
It looks Mango-ish
Yeah,
with its jet stabilizers. Some of which look like they're backwards. I'm almost positive some are backwards. Yeah, they are.
I believe it was actually Professor Petaflop.
That also
he-
seems likely.
He posted it without any weaponry on it, and basically told the forum to put weaponry on it.
yeah, I remember. Yeah,
And the picture that you have was after the broadside cannons were added.
yeah. But I like the design. It looks nice. Looks like a flying whale.
Yes.
There's a lot of flying whale designs in this game.
Let's see if I can find it. Oh, no.
Okay, but moving on, we have something really nice. It's
yes.
the space something.
Space
of,
Battleship Titanica. Or Titania?
Oh,
Yeah, Titania.
that was supposed to be a B, not a P. Okay. Yeah. I get the feeling of like he named it Titania, and I just think about Titanic
Yeah.
every time I see it now.
It does appear to be a massive craft. Is there a block limit mentioned?
37K I think is what he said it was. Yes, block count 37K.
Block
Yeah,
count?
I don't
350
know.
long. Holy crap.
Yeah. Well, I like the details on the sides. If you see those, like,
800 missiles.
Things
Holy
sticking out.
crap.
yeah,
That's like probably 3 times the despawn limit.
yeah, this thing would lag a lot.
It looks like it like has potholes and such somewhere, but those might be just the missiles, but it looks like it needs a bit of the lines on it need to be cleaned up some.
I would like to see him actually get an interior on this thing.
Well, it looks like there's not a whole lot of slopes on the outside, especially towards the rear. There's a lot of jagged edges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he seems to not do that sometimes. I'm not sure why. He also
But
uses wood to make his ships flow. Like for a giant battleship wise. Sorry. But yeah, it's quite large. I gotta hand it to him. Look, it's quite large. I like the ribbing on the sides with the.
Yeah.
That looks quite nice.
The small details on the sides. Yeah.
The one thing I wish that would be added to the game is a 3x3 block ion thruster. And that would be
that would be really good.
That would be very beneficial for a large spacecraft.
We just need multi-block everything.
Decrease the cost of it.
Yeah.
Multi-block everything. Multi-block stabilizers, lead, everything.
Yeah, but stabilizers, I never use them. I use heli blades and thrusters with roll.
Heli blades don't work too well on giant paddle ships.
No, they don't. No. Yeah, paddle ships.
Ow! That was my knee.
There you can use ACB controlled, hydroforce.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, moving on from that one. Switch to... We have
there's some stuff going on in the chat. I didn't even notice that.
There's a chat now. Ray. We're not all alone. It's lovely.
Looks like Archangelo, some dude, tweet. I don't know how to say his name still. The old Great Town Lorekeeper.
Troy and Arcanello.
Yeah, Arcanello.
Hello. Okay. So moving on to community suggestions now. Let's go all the way there. And the first one we have is more land. Simply, more land. It's basically a suggestion about how we should add more land resources.
All the land.
Yeah.
Huh, first post, only post. Interesting.
Yeah. But basically, land resource zones, well, that's coming out, I think. But what I got myself stuck on was half tracks. Like tank threads. No, if you've played Robocraft, you might have seen tank threads before. That would be really cool to use.
Yeah, I think also the wheel should get some love soon.
Yeah. I mean,
I believe Nick said that's actually one of the things he's going to work on next, but I don't remember exactly.
Yeah. And the next community suggestion we have is by totally assigned within a parenthesis. I don't think that's how you actually say it in English. Anyways,
Totally assigned. That's how it's pronounced.
Yeah. And he's suggesting attack bots.
Ooh,
basically,
attack bots.
Yeah, similar to repair bots, only they attack you.
Well, attack the player or attack the enemy ship?
Attack the player.
Ooh, so basically self-defense things.
Well, actually, that would be really cool if they could attack like enemy repair bots.
Or just the entire enemy ship, just this giant swarm of like parasitic repair bots. That might be a bit weird.
Actually, that's a good idea.
I was watching one of the episodes by Scroat, and he suggested, I believe it was missiles. It was anti-repair bot missiles. Ooh. Basically, missiles that you would shoot at enemy ships that would create a cloud of like anti-repair bot drones that would go and kill the enemy repair bots.
Oh, that sounds evil. Mainly because that's one of the things I use for my designs to stay durable.
All the repair bots.
Yeah, but I really think that repair bots should have a health. Like they shouldn't survive. Like all.
Well, right now, if I remember correctly, they don't actually. They're not an actual like 3D rendering of anything. It's actually just a 2-dimensional. Like they appear to be 3D, but I believe it's just how you're looking at them. I think it's something to do with preventing lag.
Yeah, I believe right now one of the problems with multiplayer was that all the repair bots' location are sent to everyone, which obviously is a very, very bad thing.
That's very inefficient.
Yes. Rep repair bots. Says the
And
chat.
the next one is a old one, but I'm not going to read through this whole suggestion. It's basically plasma weapon implementation ideas. And I thought that we could discuss why we would want plasma in the game in the first place.
First though, Arcanol just suggested customizable repair bots, which could be interesting.
Ooh. Yeah.
Chat. Maybe they could repair turrets quickly. Cough, cough.
But I don't know. Back to plasma. Plasma's not a bad idea. If it was implemented, I think it would basically just be balls of plasma that travel like lasers, but don't change course.
Does laser change course?
Well, the lasers don't change course, but basically the whole beam shifts and follows the target. Say you had like balls of plasma, though, it would work like custom cannons, but without bullet drop. That would be how I would implement it if I was doing that. You'd have to do a lot of balancing to make them not overpowered, but
Savage here has like 3 different suggestions for it, 3 like implementation ideas, and the first one is basically what you told, the plasma ball.
Plasma, yeah.
Yeah, and the second one is a plasma torpedo. That is a very liberal use of the name torpedo. I mean, a torpedo travels in water.
Yeah.
And then there's plasma cannon. I'm not completely sure how that would work though. Isn't that the same thing as a plasma ball?
I don't know. It depends on how Nick implements it. I mean, we've gone away from realism before, so it could be something entirely different than what we're expecting.
I mean, the plasma cannon just reminds me of Railcraft, or not? Reminds me of Robocraft. In which they're basically just large sniper rifles. But if you're going to do that, then why not just use lasers?
Yeah, true. Okay, and the next one is actually by you, Logic Engineer.
Really? I was unaware I had anything in here.
Yeah, hotkeys for vehicle walls.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that is quite simple.
Quite simple, interesting, useful. I like it.
I
like the freeze physics button.
Yeah, because in build mode, you can select keys to basically switch blocks quickly, and I figured I'm always like in the regular campaign switching back and forth between my different fleets, and if I could just set a hotkey to say the flagship of each fleet, I wouldn't have to go to the map, click on the vehicle, click warp every time I want to switch to a vehicle.
Yeah, I do quite like the completely freeze physics suggestion part.
The freeze physics, I was watching one of Scroat's videos, and he mentioned that after he found out that he could slow down time.
It works weird though, slowing down time. I found out that makes ships act really, really weird. Like some parts don't slow down.
It does. And then if you, so say you're in the vehicle design and you slow down time, and then you spawn the vehicle, it's almost like the time stays slowed down, but it tries to put it back to full time. So it's a little buggy, I think, there.
Yeah.
But the completely freezing physics would be really nice for taking screenshots. Just taking multiple screenshots of the same vehicle in the exact same position from different angles, rather than having to slow it down a whole bunch and then try to take a whole bunch of screenshots while it's still slowly moving.
Something interesting for tournaments that would probably work well, but probably wouldn't be worth the time putting in to make it work, was to be able to basically pre-run a battle so everything is set, exactly what's going to happen is set, so then you can play it back almost like a video to record it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Without lag, basically, since everything is already set and no damage has to be applied since all the blocks then just have the value set at that moment.
Yeah, that would not be a bad idea. Also, with the freezing physics, it would be nice for tournaments because you can freeze time, spawn in each vehicle, and then unpause it.
Yeah, Dunkirk has mentioned this at multiple occasions.
Yeah, that would be very useful.
Okay, moving on to this suggestion, and it's debug and testing blocks. It's by Kurakama Fox. And
I read this one actually.
Yeah, it's basically a couple of blocks that you could use in build mode, creative mode. For example, the unknown block. Wait, I can't remember what this one did. Yeah, it's for modding, basically. If the game doesn't know what the block is, it will instead replace the block with the unknown block so that the design isn't broken.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, and then there's a lift testing block.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That I like. I can see that being very useful, rather than having to either stick balloons on your vehicle to test it or heli blades. Yeah.
And a block of ignorance. Basically, you can put a block on your vehicle and the enemy vehicles will ignore you in creative mode, not in campaign, of course. And also a pretty self-explanatory block, the block of invulnerability. Can't pronounce that.
Invulnerability.
I'm not sure why these things even cost resource, considering that they're only work how to work.
That's the only thing I think is kind of stupid.
I did see that. I don't see any purpose to them having.
Yeah, there's really no purpose because they can't even be in the other game modes.
Yeah. The ideas are good though. So.
The more options, the better is how I look at it. So yeah.
Yeah, I like it. And the next one is called Grouped Automation for Automated Control Blocks. And you might know why I love this suggestion. Because I'm crazy in ACBs. I love them. Basically, one had a on-off state for ACBs, including this in ACB UI. So basically, you could have different ACBs turn off different ACBs and turn it on, basically. So you could automate a lot more without using a bunch of non-needed other features. And secondly, add a user-defined channel number or such to identify multiple ACBs so that they can be assigned into user-defined groups. As pretty self-explanatory. Basically, you could add ACBs to groups so that you don't have to track each one. Because I know that can be very tedious. Also, one feature I personally want ACBs to have is that you can copy-paste commands into them.
Yes.
Like you can.
Yes, rather than having to go and set them each time.
Yeah, because that takes so much time. So horrible.
By the way, something. Oh, I'll say that later. Never mind.
And the last one is basically why I said in the first one. So I'm going to mention that. I think I actually responded in this thread, and you too, Logic Engineer. You said yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, dang it! I feel left out now.
I would like to see something like that implemented. That would be
yeah.
That would be very nice.
I feel left out. I haven't responded into this thread yet.
I will quote myself and I'll say, I would like to be able to have ACBs activate individual spin blocks instead of having to use a radius. That way I wouldn't have to fit sensors in tight spots.
I mean, you could have an ACB in the middle of your vehicle and have it activate spin blocks, like, say, out on the wings. That'd be very useful.
Exactly. So, that is very tedious to have to put more sensors in spots that I could use for something else.
Yep.
And now let's have some fun because we're moving into a new segment in our podcast. This is the Lore Corner, and today I've chosen the paddle gun.
The paddle gun.
Yeah, the paddle gun. We all love the paddle gun.
Yep.
I'm just going to set up my thing for. There we go. Move up. There we go.
There's some screenshots with the old metal texture. The paddle gun seems to be weirded out in the campaign right now. It seems to just continually turn to one side and not actually do anything. Really, like it doesn't turn to face the enemy at all.
In the campaign?
Or at least when I spawn it in the vehicle. When I spawn it in through the vehicle designer.
I would say I don't believe the paddle gun is actually implemented in the original campaign.
Oh, it used to be.
Yeah.
Unless it was removed. Yeah, I've seen it before, unless it's removed.
Yeah, because I took my time to actually kill DVG and I met one and I captured it because it was tearing my planes down.
Yep.
The paddle gun. It's just a monster. Even if you're made out of wood, it's just a monster. Especially the old version. Like the new version is nerfed slightly. Like it shoots more just HE and then kinetic some. The old one was just pure like HE wall of death and misery.
Yeah. So let's go through some trivia about the old paddle gun, the original one. So it's made by Sweno. It's a really old ship, as we all know. It's one of our lovely classics. It has 6 barrels in total, 3 on each side, and I think they're mostly HE.
Yeah, they used to be pure HE.
Yeah, there are 2 versions, and one of them actually has some AP, but not a lot. And it has 6 laser-aimed, what are they called? Missiles, yeah. But they were reduced to 3, and then they were again increased to 6. So it has been changing through time. And it actually used to have a offensive laser on it.
Oh yeah, that one on the bottom too, which was evil for a multitude of reasons. I tried to use a sub on the campaign before water diffused laser powder.
It did have a laser facing straight down out of the bottom of the hull.
You can actually see it in the second screenshot from the paddle gun first thread.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, true. You see it between the paddles. You can see it, but
yes.
Yeah, and as we all may know, it has really powerful LAMs, laser anti-missile system. I mean, it has continuous LAMs, and they tear everything down. You can't freaking hit it with.
The only way I've been able to do that was when I used one of my massive bombers and dropped like that, just spam drops one, and dropped 30 frag missiles on it at once from really close by. That wrecked it, but other than that, yeah, it's hard to kill.
Yeah, and as you may see, the autocannon on the back, it was later replaced with the flag. So
because
we can't see that anymore.
The autocannon probably would damage its own ship more from hitting it than do anything else.
And a lot of simple weapons are not very good for lag.
Yeah, no.
The only simple weapon that's like even useful anymore is the large cannon for sailing ships. That's it, really.
And
the rams, of course.
Yeah,
here's the current version on the screen now.
Which one do we have on screen?
It's the current version where you can see a lot of metal over it. Basically.
Oh dear God, what did Abby create? I just looked ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, the next ones are horrible. You can see a lot of horror today. And continuing with a lot of different alterations of the paddle gun, or somehow inspired by the paddle gun. We have the Ransack.
Ooh, looks nice.
It's made by Pathos, the cosmonaut, and it's actually in game.
Ooh, it's very nice. I can't wait to fight that.
Yeah, it has a couple of sail, well, one sail actually. You know what? This reminds me of what is it called?
Calamar? Why not Calamar? What is it?
The
Oh,
Calamar.
that is it, right? No, that's the battleship tripod, like triram, right?
Yeah, it looks like a moray actually.
I don't know
The
which one I'm
Calamar.
thinking of. Let me find
Yeah.
it.
It's a moray in the water basically, with sails. It's not very effective though.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that one.
Yeah.
It has a lot of metal. I'm not sure how that's going to fit in
Oh.
the DBG though.
That's what I was thinking of. Probably 'cause it's made by the same dude. I was thinking of the Plunderer when I said that.
Ah.
Mainly because
Oh.
it's made by the same person. Actually, it doesn't look very similar at all. I take that back. I just loaded it up in a screenshot.
And then we go from sane to unsane, or even insane.
Oh my
And
god.
it's way too much paddle gun by Abi.
I think it sums up this entire design.
Yeah, it's three paddle guns connected.
Stuck together.
Yeah,
Because
and,
one wasn't
I'm
enough.
Yeah, go ahead.
Huh? Oh, I just said because one wasn't enough.
Yeah.
3 times the misery in your daily dose of paddle gun HE shells.
I remember how there was somewhere
Holy.
I saw a test, like the vehicle test. thing.
I'm looking at that right now. Holy crap, the amount of bullets on that thing.
Yeah, it got really high scores.
It's the second screenshot attached to the post. Like, well, actually, third one if you count the one embedded into the post.
Yep. Instead of 6 barrels, you have 18 barrels firing at you.
And it wasn't enough to do this either for Abi. He continued and made a helicopter version
Oh god, I think I saw that.
fighting a Kingstead.
I think I saw that actually. Did he actually
That-
submit that to something? Or like, at least do a toned down version?
Yeah, but the Heliblades, they look horrible.
Alright, let me see if I can find that.
And the fun thing is that the Kingstead is actually also flying.
The flying Kingstead. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
here it is. It was a Stormcrow, I believe, right? Yeah. It is. Here, well, I'll find the chat in a minute.
The insane things that some people make.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it is, if
it
you watch
wasn't
it on
enough
screen.
of this either. I mean, Kurakama Fox felt left out, and he made way too much Paddle Gun 2, which
Where
has
is that? I don't see
wings.
that on here.
It should be there somewhere. One of the links. Just continue in the same thread. It's in the same thread.
Oh, that would be why.
Yeah. It's basically 3 paddle guns facing forwards and 2 backwards. And then he added a
Oh,
couple of the
goodness.
wings that are pointing.
And it flies.
Once. Yeah, and it flies with custom jets.
Because why not?
Yeah, I've actually seen this one in action.
What's at the heliblades? Oh my god. I just saw
Yeah,
that.
I'm not sure that. Were you with us in the multiplayer?
Me? No.
Logic Engineer.
For this? I don't think so.
No, you might have been away. Yeah. But
That
basically,
would have been
we
all I
spawned in
missed.
Kingstead, and then we spawned this one.
Oh, yep. I wasn't there for that.
I
Yeah.
just saw Kumura Fox's one. Oh my god.
It does not. It doesn't have any friendly like. It does shoot itself quite a lot.
I love the two like random turrets on the edges of the wings. They're like, there's room here. Let's stick a turret on it.
More paddle gun turrets.
All the paddle gun turrets.
Yeah, I had to turn it down to the end here. We have the baby paddle gun.
Finally, a dose of sanity.
Pappas the cosmonaut. It's so cute. I like how the the guns are more rounded now.
Yeah.
Yes. I do like this one very much. I have seen it in the campaign.
Yeah, it's actually in the campaign.
It looks very nice. It actually really does look like a truly trimmed down version of the paddle gun. I like it.
Yeah.
He nailed the look of the cabin. He really nailed that. Wait, that's the main one I was looking at. Oh, yeah, but it is. I actually was looking at the main one. For some reason, thought it was the smaller one. I don't know why.
I mean, it is in no way small. It is quite large. Yeah, and that runs it out for the paddle gun. We can move on.
5 flying paddle guns plus 4 more turrets. Sheesh. Things that people that will do. So, since we don't have much for the community news, do you want me just to talk about the tournament, or do you have something, or do any of you guys have something?
I actually have no news. I mean, the Dunker Team tournament is on its way, and if you want to check it out, that's fine. I'm not doing very well in it. I got wrecked.
I actually need to watch that still, if I get around to it. Hopefully I will.
Yeah, the thing is that I made really bad drones. The only thing that's actually good is my mothership. Everything else is crap.
Yeah. I wish I had submitted an entry, but maybe next time.
Yeah. I mean, I won today, one of the matchups, against Dimango.
Arctic Nello has a question for us. Okay, 7th.
Yeah, but we're like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that was weird. I think if I remember correctly, the stream doesn't appear to be anywhere near as far behind as on Twitch, because the responses seem to be much closer to our content that we're streaming.
Yeah, and this is way more consistent. And
much better than Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for the question.
Okay, go for the question.
Wait, since there's not much else other news, the tournament of the Crimson Skies, or Crimson Skies tournament, I'm not sure exactly which name I'm going to use yet, is going to get its own thread very, very soon. I've only gone through the size limit right now, and it's going to be 700k RP. Airships. It looks like No Laser seems to be the reigning champion for in the poll. Speed looks like it's going to be around probably 50 as a limit, and the altitude requirement, it's hard to say, maybe about 125. These, apart from the RP, I haven't actually counted any of these, so I can't say for sure, but yeah, then that looks like no aim point, massively, overwhelmingly, no. Although the repair boss is quite divided between yes, no limit, and a maximum of 50, really. Helicopter blades, for the most part, there's more of those listed. Yeah, did you guys see the poll? It's absolutely massive, the amount of stuff that you can vote on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
It's quite literally like you could vote on practically everything in the game about it. Oh, there's this question. Condoleezza, do you think it something? Oh, this is, or it looks like towards me with the SS. It depends on how it looks. If it has a tail, or if it looks really, really like a stealth bomber, then I might be able to see it in there. If it kind of looks like it is now, then I don't know about that. Although Dragon Josh would be the final judge, and I'll warn you, he doesn't like the Colossus. Although I don't know if he's seen your version yet, so if you have a screenshot on hand, stick it in here and I'll see what it looks like.
All right then.
Yeah. As said, there's not much community news today, as there hasn't really happened anything new in the community. I mean, there will always be more tournaments, but we'll have to wait. So let's head off to the game development news.
Game dev. No, yeah, I bet it was not hard to find content for this.
No, but you guys will have to actually talk about most of it because I haven't actually played it yet. No, not the new version. The first thing, I don't really think this fits in game development, but it's about the Flash, the trailers.
Yes, I'm actually
The new trailer.
going to be doing most of this if I remember correctly. I'm just waiting
I know.
on a favor from Drakentosh. He apparently owes a few favors for some voice actors, and we're gonna see if we can get one of them to voice the trailer.
Oh, that sounds.
I know. Nick made a thread looking for video clips.
Yeah,
So,
I saw that.
I mean, if anyone has good video clips of various ships in action, throw them up on that thread.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I'm not very certain that I want a narrator in it.
You can always mute it.
Yeah, you can always mute it, but the game, it's so hard to explain.
We're not going to go very far in depth, really. We're not going to get anywhere near as technical as Nick has in his description thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in a sense, just a word would describe it more, like build.
We're going to be showcasing the factions, though, to some extent. It'll be about one sentence per faction, but it's not going to go anywhere near as in depth. Let me see if I can pull up one of the chat windows from earlier and see.
I mean, as far as a new trailer, I mean, I wouldn't say we need to showcase the factions too much as far as having to explain them. I mean, maybe you can just throw up some text as far as the faction name itself. But I mean, the whole thing that got me into this game was the trailers that are on Steam currently, which are
True.
I mean, very old. It's I mean, it's literally just massive ships blowing each other up.
Oh, trust me, there will be plenty of that in there too, because something I've discovered, I seem to be able. After Effects seems to render the video in such a way with a few options checked in Bandicam. If I check those options, it renders it in such a way that it appears near lagless. Even when I was getting 3 FPS in-game, it appears to be running at 30 FPS on the trailer, which is awesome. If I can then have some, like, say what was that? Hailstorm versus the Bloody Mary. The Hailstorm was that crazy shielded battleship I caused. Or however you say his name. I'm bad with pronouncing things. So that would be awesome if I can record that battle, because that's impressive, although it takes like an hour to record because it's 1 FPS constant.
Yeah. And the next game development news I have here is I should have actually gotten this picture. It's basically his way of making damage to the character.
Oh yeah, the oil, right?
Yeah, the oil, yeah. And I think it really looks very nice.
Okay. I like
that.
It makes sense.
That is a very nice feature. It's nice for me, especially like I'll spawn into the vehicle designer and just sit on the starting platform, and if I spawn on any enemies, they'll immediately try shooting me off the starting platform. And, even if you're in free camera, you still get the oil effect, so you can tell that your character has been damaged, even if you're not playing in first person, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. Here's a tip for you. Just when you start the vehicle designer, press M, then press pull all, and that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
I've just got in the habit of doing that.
I either do that or just jump off the platform right away.
Yeah, I just pull it all because then that way none of the... It seems our target prioritization is screwed up right now. If I remember correctly.
Yeah,
so.
It doesn't really work in the new version now.
Although, something... Oh yeah, this is what I was saving to mention here. Nick has finally fixed aim points. It does not target the AI anymore. It finally targets ammo barrels like it used to.
Oh,
Hooray!
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Now we don't have to worry about our AIs being getting AI cord and having to put like 50 AIs all over the place.
I haven't actually noticed that very much.
It's kind of more of an issue with bigger ships when they can concentrate their fire in a single spot and then just drill through anything, really.
Yeah. And the last one I actually have linked is different ways Nick was going to implement like permadeath.
Ooh. I would prefer not to be on by default. I don't agree with permadeath.
Not really permadeath, but player death in combat.
Oh yeah, that's right. I read this thread. What the? Oh, anyway. Yeah, I think he said that how it was gonna work is if you die in combat, basically you revert to your save before your battle, if you have this option enabled, right? Or that was one of the options that was mentioned, I think.
There were a lot of different options mentioned here.
Yeah, I'm thinking of changing it so that if you die in battle mode in the campaign, you basically need to load your save.
Yeah. We have a new arrival here.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, sorry, I had I had to spend like family time with my family, so like
no worries, man.
I knew I saw another icon pop up on the thing.
Better late than never.
Well, hello, close to
we were free here, so it's okay. Yeah.
Right now, we're currently on the game development news.
Yeah. We're kind of wrapping it up. Yeah, but you guys have been playing in the new version and have been messing around with the terrain generation. I haven't so far.
I've been able to make some very strange things unintentionally with the new map editor. Let me see if I can find the post I made.
Oh, Logic, your name is Joe? That's interesting. I have a friend from Arizona who has the same name.
Cool.
I don't know why it displays the name. That's actually quite stupid.
What?
Well, okay, mine just says du.
Ah.
It means you in Swedish. You should be able to showcase in Google Plus if you want to.
I can't find my post.
Oh well.
Yeah. Well, I know you can just make some really weird stuff. You can make giant mountains, and then there was something I did and ended up with a massive, like, pyramid-shaped chunk of land.
Oh my god!
The big flat areas. It was really weird. I had no idea what I was doing.
What did you save it? Did you save it?
Well, there's a picture, but I don't know where the picture went.
No, but did you like save the map where it has a pyramid?
No.
You could just put some NPC statues there and like have it like a WF like structure church.
Yeah, but I mean, is it easy to use the terrain generator? Or?
It requires a bit of tinkering around, but most of it's fairly self-explanatory.
I mean,
I wouldn't go so far as to say self-explanatory.
Well,
the first hour of me just messing with it was weird because you have to like set the default land height, and then you can adjust like each individual part from there.
I will admit, it might
it's
not
weird.
have been so easy.
And then the way that you can like merge chunks together is also very strange.
Yeah,
I may just be doing it horribly wrong.
Nah, it's very finicky for me too.
But it is a bit hard to use in its current state.
Yeah. But I mean, does it crash a lot, or does it work consistently?
I haven't seen it crash. I don't think.
I haven't had a crash. The only time I've ever had the game actually crash was as soon as 1.6 came out, because there were quite a few game-breaking bugs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know.
most of them have been worked out by now.
Yeah, because Nick is like a machine. He just eats bugs for breakfast.
It is a really good developer. Yeah. But otherwise, I think that's everything for this podcast today. Yeah. But thank you for everyone who has joined us today. We really appreciate the 2-3 people we had today.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
One of them stole me, I believe, because right now I have the chat thing open. Oh, no, I didn't want to open that. Yeah, I still have the chat thing open.
Okay. Yeah, but anyways, we're going to wrap this up for this week, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks again. And if you missed this episode, you can always see it on YouTube. I will try to upload it as quickly as possible. It should be almost instantaneous.
It might probably will have to process it first, unless it does it real time. I'm not sure exactly how that works. But yeah.
I think it's funny how you're mentioning you're going to upload it to YouTube.
Yeah, it's already
in
on YouTube.
the stream. Well, you're mentioning it in the stream, so if they get to this point in the video,
They've actually
they
seen it, yeah.
Yeah, they've seen it all on YouTube. If they haven't been here during the stream.
Yeah.
Alright,
Logic
well.
there. Yeah, but having a lovely evening. This was actually 1 hour long, which is perfect.
1 hour and 15 seconds? 18 seconds? 20 seconds? Oh no, 4 minutes and something. I don't know what I'm talking
some
about.
time, some amount of time.
Over an hour.
No, it's it lasted for 1 minute. That's how long it lasted.
Yep. That'd be a really short stream.
Anyways,
So it's a sort of time bubble.
goodbye. Have a nice continuous week here. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
See ya.
Farewell.
I'm out.
Yep.